Hey there, and welcome to Smokin' and Jokin' with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I see we got Vonnie B in the house. Hey, Vonnie B, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Still smoking drywall? Let's go ahead and get on with the Von tent. We got the Barry Mandela effect. Barry Mandela effect has got a lot of Von tent for you. It's an alternate channel for Nats and the Pizza. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Barry Mandela effect. It didn't share. There we go. Let's start with Irv, the ultimate victim. He has a whinge about something or other.
Not even kidding. Speaking of which, hey YouTube, how's it coming getting rid of all them Von Helton hate channels? Oh yeah, you ain't got rid of one. Not one, have you? Have you, YouTube? You motherfuckers. Haven't got rid of one hater, even though they all violate your terms of service on harassment. Every single channel violates your terms of service regarding harassment. Because it is harassment.
No, it's not harassment. I am critiquing you. I am critiquing you. I'm not even going into your chat. I bet you don't even know who the fuck I am. I bet you don't even know who the fuck I am, motherfucker.
Harassment. When you take my videos and chop them up and make fun of me or to disparage me or to get people to hate me or to get people to do me harm, that's harassment. That's a violation of YouTube's terms of service.
Blah,
So where
blah,
the fuck
blah,
are
blah,
you, YouTube?
blah.
Why aren't you getting rid of all these hate channels? Why are they still up after 25 years of me?
I don't want people to go in and harass you and give you a hard time. I don't want anybody giving you money, because I think it's a gross miscarriage of justice to give you money. Justice would be letting you starve and taking that dog away from you. You know, even when we run short of money, we make sure our animals are fed. Our animals are fed first, before anything else. Cats have cat food, dogs have dog food. And there's also treats and everything else for our cats and dogs. What do you do for your dog?
Me screaming, get them down, take them down. I smell a lawsuit in your future, YouTube. I do, if I survive this, of course, which hopefully I will. So let's go on, because this is a lot of people don't know the background. See, they listen to these fucking YouTube terrorists, right? They listen to these terrorists online. Oh yeah, that Von Helton, he's so evil. Well, wait a minute, hold on. It's so evil it takes 100 of you to go after him? Really? He's so evil it takes 100 people to go after his ass? Does that even make sense? And why put it all over the damned internet anyway?
Why are you
Shouldn't
putting
you
it
just
all?
call the police? Right? Yeah. Why put it all over the internet?
Well, you know what? The police would ask you the same damn thing. Why don't you just get off the fucking internet? Why don't you just get off the damned internet? You can't. You're an addict. The internet comes before everything else. Fucking wasteoid.
Because they do this, their
Hey,
own
Midnight
words, they
Goddess.
do
Hey,
this for
Tubian.
the lulz. Lulz. Well, Vaughn, what is LULZ? LULZ means they do it for laughs. They do it for kicks. They do it for fun. I mean, we have, folks, we have actual evidence, or well, we did have, I don't know if we still do, but we had actual evidence of satchels of cash in the back seat of Tiffany Moser's car from where she colluded with the Frost to get my kids taken away
Bull.
after Frost had stolen the $5 million out of my mother's closet when doing renovations. What happened to Floppy? Oh yeah, Floppy got run over, and now I can't swear to it.
Floppy got run over because he wasn't being restrained. And he ran out in the middle of the road when cars were coming. You keep your dogs on a fucking leash, you idiot. You think I don't keep my dogs leashed? I don't just turn them loose and let them run outside. That's stupid. Neighbor down the way has a vicious little dog. Come down here and tried to attack my dog. You don't leave your dog. You don't let your dogs go, man.
But apparently there was a lot of talk about running over my dogs with four wheelers. Yes, I said four wheelers, and say cars. When they were run over by cars, that was the Frost that did that. This was somebody else that did this. They used four wheelers. Now, allegedly, it was said in jest, but then about a week later, Floppy ends up dead. Yeah, I don't think it was said in jest. Now, do you? So yeah, there is a little bit of interesting, questionable actions in regards to that now, wasn't there? So by Frost cleaning out my bank account, my mom's bank account, and a joint account we had, it turned into grand theft when he refused to return the money. When she reasoned,
No, there was no money. There was no money. Why do you keep insisting that there was money? There was no money except for what she had in her accounts. And you stole a lot of it. God, you are just so vacant and greedy. Anything to not work. Anything to not work or do anything.
reasonably requested it be returned, and he refused. At that point, it was
Hey,
grand theft,
Lucifer Almighty.
not
Hey, Isabella
use of
Rose.
an executorship. Open and shut. Open and shut grand theft on the part of James Arnold Frost. So, I had no money, but I did have rent coming in. And of course, the trolls got my kids taken away from me, so I didn't have Jerry's money to fall back on, which of course is part of the plan. Because if you ain't got nothing to fall back on, then it's a simple matter to just tell the renters, hey, don't pay this man any rent. And make sure you trash the houses before you leave, which they did so. Absolutely trashed them places.
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Give me a. No. No, 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 no. You're lying. You're lying. Pure and simple.
And them places were nice. That double wide there on Crane Creek Road was, I mean, the Combses had that house looking like a dollhouse. It was beautiful. And the way it was trashed and destroyed after the renters left just really made me mad. But there ain't nothing you can do about it. The Frosts, unfortunately, were in control at the time. And so they just told the renters, yeah, just don't pay him any rent. Because everybody's like, how did you get behind on the damn taxes? Well, that's how. I didn't have no rent coming in. They refused to pay rent. So I had to get rid of those people, which, by the way, cost about $300. Every time I had to get rid of one of these clowns, it cost me $300 because you have to pay it to the court. You have to pay the court to get in there. So, and then so I get a second batch of people, and I should have not rented to any of them because I should have known they would be plants. But anyway, good-hearted Vaughn, I decided to, let these people rent, and then they turned around and refused to start paying a rent. And so there's another $300 that I had to spend to get them out of the house. And it's nickel and diming you, nickel and diming you to death, and not able to pay the taxes. Obviously, these liens being in default is a problem. And so the trolls get a hold of these two people.
And you know what? You had the money all along. You squandered it. You squandered it. Don't even make like it's somebody else's fucking fault. If you'd have had some kind of little fucking job, this wouldn't have happened. Anything you'll do anything not to work. Anything. You'll lay on a bed of nails just so you don't have to work.
To go over to the house and connive me into trusting them,
Hey,
which I did.
Guido.
And so I trusted them, and invariably they made themselves power of attorney and went to the county attorney's office and put everything in their name, which they're telling me, oh well, we're going to add our name to the properties, right? But they're telling the Clay County attorney, Joe White, they're telling him, no, remove Von Helton's name and only have our name. Well, see, I never agreed to that. I never agreed to that. I never agreed to have my name removed from them properties. But see, they're telling Joe White one thing and they're telling me another, because they told me, oh, we're going to add our name to yours. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't happen, did it? No. No, they have my name removed and their name was the only name. Now, it didn't really matter because, I mean, they had me over a barrel because I had no money, right? Remember, the Frost had stolen every dime. They even cleaned out Mom's house. Mom would have money hidden in the
Oh, it's
kitchen,
so
and
all so much
money
crap.
hidden under a mattress or whatever. They cleaned that place out, man. They took every scrap of, if there was a dime
Hey,
laying on the
Jonathan.
countertop, they took it. They cleaned it out good. Checked all of her closets for money, and made damn sure that there wasn't a.
You know what? I bet you fucking did that. Don't judge other people by how you fucking do things. There wasn't no fucking money in that house. You know that. Shit.
Scrap of money for me to have. And then while they're stealing the money, get this, you're going to love this. This is great. While they're stealing the money out of my mother's closet to the tune of $5 million, and the same damn breath, they're sitting there saying that I took $30,000 of my mom's money. And then literally in my mother's house, with the doors locked, by the way, stealing every dime of money and property she had. Now that's some balls right there, right? That's some major balls. And the trolls to this day, oh yeah, Bond stole $30,000 of his mom's money. No, Bond didn't
Yeah,
either.
he did.
No, Bond didn't.
Yeah, he
The
did.
Frost was ones in that house. That house was locked. That house was locked. I could not get in it. They had it locked. So no, Von Hilton did not do shit. Not only that, but as my own mother said on video, that's my money too. And I could spend it as I wish. I've got her live on video saying that shit. It's mine and her money. And
Well, you wanted it to be your money. That's why you left her in the floor to die. That's why you left her in the floor to die, Helton.
I told Mom, I said, Frost is saying that because your maiden name is Frost, that he has a right to that money. She said, absolutely not. So I trusted these people, and they put all my property in their name and removed my name, which they weren't supposed to do. So as a result, and I'm, and the county attorney's like, we're adding her name, and I said, yeah, you're adding her name. It's okay to add her name, but see, I didn't know she had told him to remove my name. See, that's the thing. So I thought the county attorney was just adding her name to the property. But yeah, I never said to have my name removed from them properties at all. Never. I never said that. I defy anybody to prove I did. I never said that shit. I thought they were adding their name to the property. That was my understanding because that's what Charity had told me. Said, we'll add our name with yours, and that will make it tougher for somebody to take your liens in the future. And I agreed to that. I said, okay, that makes sense to me.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make a damn bit of sense to me. Okay, go off, asshole.
Well, that's not what they did, though. When they went to Joe White's, they removed my name and only put their name on the property. See, that's not what we agreed to, though. That's not what we agreed to. Nowhere did I ever say to remove my name from them properties. Nowhere. Okay? Let's be clear on that. But anyway, they now have the properties, and of course, they destroyed my setup that I had for my kids in the garage after promising me they wouldn't. And oh well, we're not interested in the rental property. Well, that didn't last long, did it? So I mean, just and oh well, we've spent out so much money. Well, you know, they said, oh well, the Frost bought the double wide. How you buy a double wide when it's part of an estate? How does
You can do that. You can buy part of an estate at a sale. If someone decides, if someone gets that estate, it's no longer an estate. It's someone else's property. They can do with it and dispose of it as they wish. You just don't get it, do you?
that work? Oh, it don't. They didn't buy the double wide. That was a lie. But at least the Frost did lie to these people, so that's good. But that's beside the point. If you're wondering, well, why in the fuck is Vaughn in his car? Well, now you know, because I have no money. The Frost stole all my money, $32 million in cash and documents. I was a Christian for 20 years, folks. My mom was a Christian for 91 years. My mom would sit in her chair at night and cry herself to sleep because the Frost had stolen everything she had.
You're a liar. She cry herself to sleep at night because her son's a fucking abject failure.
Funny how Larry wouldn't ever play that video. Huh. Gee, I wonder why. My mom would sit in her chair, her lazy boy chair, every night and cry herself to sleep because the Frost had stolen all of her money. I should have recorded it and posted it. But hindsight's always 2020. I should have recorded that of her crying and posted it on the internet. I should have.
Hey, one arm gamers, how you? One arm games, how you doing? Good to see you back. Okay, let's move on to more bullshit. Fun fact: he wants his fair share of money from YouTube. Well, you know what? People in hell want ice water. I'd like to get 100% of the stuff that I get whenever I get super chats. But that shit ain't gonna happen. So we're in a quandary.
All right, little fun fact for you. If if the government wants to make a highway and my house is in the way, they have to compensate me for my house.
No shit. Mind blown. If the government wants any of my shit, they got to pay me for it. Mind fucking blown. Really, buddy?
That's the law. It's not my opinion.
Hey, see
That's the
through
law.
gypsy.
If I make a song or if I do a painting and a business wants to use those things, I have to be compensated. That's the law. But yet when you get online, particularly on YouTube, and somebody uses your content, they don't have to compensate you? Since when do laws not apply? Since when do laws suddenly disappear? That sounds like an interesting question. Using my content for 25 years and not paying me for it?
Yeah, it's called fair use, bitch. Fair use. If someone wants to take my shit and use it, they can. It ain't a big deal. I don't care. Like it ain't been done. And you know, Irv, it's all fair use. It's all fair use.
Seems like I'm owed a lot of money.
Seems like you're owed an ass whooping.
You know? You know, where does YouTube get off being above the law? I can go to Odyssey right now. And Odyssey has policy saying that nobody can use my shit without my authorization and approval. But yet on YouTube, any old smarmy troll can just grab my shit and use it whenever the fuck they want. Sorry, YouTube, that's not legal. I thought you guys had lawyers. I thought you guys had fucking lawyers. That's not legal. No way in hell. No way in hell is that legal, YouTube. Here's an idea. How about you take down all these Von Helton hate channels and compensate me for the money that they've used all my shit on for years and years and years?
How about no? How about you suck it up, you big fat turd? Um, you abusive sack of shit. You're not. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you the sweat off my balls.
How about we do that? That sounds like a plan, YouTube. Why don't we implement that plan immediately? I'd be happy to give you my Cash App and my PayPal, and you can compensate me for the 25 years, not days, not weeks, not months, years, that people have used my content without me being duly compensated. What do you think, YouTube?
YouTube's only been around for 19 years. How can that be?
Sound like a plan? I think it sounds like a plan. What do you think? Seems like you owe me a lot of money, YouTube. That's what it seems like. Call me crazy. It sounds like you owe me a shit ton of money. Right? Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
I don't think so. You sit there all fucking high and mighty like you've been injured. I don't think so, Scooter. I think you're getting your just desserts. You're getting what you got coming.
I could sure use the money right now, too. You know what?
What a fucking dickhead. Food stamp scare. Yes, he is very scared.
Yeah, let's talk about the food stamp scare. Because apparently everyone is scared shitless about the food stamps. Well, now, see, I've got a real problem with the food stamps because I'm trying to figure out why did the money suddenly disappear? How's come the money suddenly disappear? Okay, Chucky Schumer and the Democrats say they're going to shut the government down, which they did. And now the money suddenly disappears? How the hell does that work?
I don't know. But you didn't get your food stamps? Well, that sucks. You know, they had to get a special committee just so that our troops could get paid because they take care of the security of our nation. I don't even know if I'm going to get paid at the end of the month.
The money was there the day before they shut the government down, but now suddenly the money's gone? No, the money's still there. The money is still there. Yeah, and I'm even reading reports where they're saying, oh, the states are
Hey,
going to have
Mandy,
to
how you doing,
fund food
sis?
stamps to keep them going. No, the money's still there. The money didn't magically disappear just because they shut the government down. The money's still there, and the food stamp program is all automated these days. It's not run by humans. The food stamp program is completely unaffected by the government shutdown. Completely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the food stamps. Nothing. It's a lie. It's all a lie. There's nothing wrong with food stamps. Okay, then
And there's nothing wrong with getting out there and doing a little bit of work either. There ain't nothing wrong with that. How about you give that a go? See how it turns out.
food stamps just keep humming right along. Because there ain't no shortage of money in the government. The government's got tons of money. Trillions and trillions of dollars, according to Doge. Okay, so why would the food stamps suddenly stop just because they shut the government down? Oh, it don't. It's automated. It just keeps going. And if we don't get our food stamps in November, then what the people need to do is they need to rise up and they need to sue the government. Because there is no reason for us not to get food stamps this November.
You know what? Then you know what you need to do? Go out and grab up a bag and start finding aluminum cans. I bet you could get $5-6 just by going around to different places and getting aluminum cans. Husband did it. That man's a rock star. You gonna say you're better than he is?
None. Zero. It's all automated.
Hey,
I
Freddie, how
know,
you doing,
especially
brother?
in Manchester, when I went in there, it's same person every day at that office. Just one person. Why? Because it's all automated. It's all automated. The only time they need a person, really the only time they need a person in the office is if you go to reapply. Other than that, they don't need a human there because it's all automated.
Hey, Hongling.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm reading all these articles, where the states may have to, fund a food stamp program, and that's like, what the fuck? The money was there yesterday before Chucky Schumer declared the government shutdown.
You know something? You need to just shut the hell up. If you're not willing to do anything for yourself, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. If all you're willing to do is sit here, piss, moan, beg, and fear monger, Fuck's the point? Why would anybody give you money? I wouldn't give you any damn money.
And I'm pretty damn sure the money will be there the next day after Chucky Schumer declares the government shutdown. Money didn't magically disappear just because the government is shut down by Chucky Schumer and the Democrats. Okay, the money's still there. It ain't disappeared. Unless it disappeared into some bureaucrat's pocket. Okay, now that could happen. But I mean, otherwise, the money should still be there, right? I mean, it was there yesterday. Why ain't it there today? You know? Bullshit. It's bullshit. Money's there. Money's there for food stamps this November. Yes, it is. Money didn't just magically disappear. Okay? I don't understand, why everybody's all up in arms over this shit. The government shut down. That's true. But the government has reserves. Okay? There are money reserves in the government. Probably for just such an occasion, like a government shutdown. Yeah, but I mean, the government spends billions and billions every year, despite a government
P.T.
shutdown.
Ham.
But yet they can't fund the food stamp program? Yeah, give me a break. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. They can fund it. They have no problem.
I'm more worried about the families that actually need it than to the freaking welfare cheats that don't need it, like yourself. Because you certainly don't need it, sir. You don't need it. You seem to be very well fed. That's number one. Number two, you can get out there and get you some kind of damn job. You could have made the money to work your way. You could have worked your way across. I've done that before.
Problem funding it. The money ain't gone. It's there. They just don't want it. That's it. They just don't want to. Well, I'm sorry, but you have to. You have to. Okay? The money did not disappear. It's still there. Oh my God, yeah, but Bon, it's a new month. It's the month of November. I don't care. I don't care what it is. Doge has already proven that they've got trillions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse that can be utilized to keep the food stamp program going now, don't they? Yeah, they've already proven it. Okay? So even if there was a financial problem, they've got the money to cover it. They've got plenty of money to cover it. There is no reason for the food stamps to shut down at all.
He wouldn't wash fucking John's wheels, and John would have fucking paid him. John would have paid him. He's worthless. He's worthless.
None. Zero. No reason. Not November, December, January.
You know what? You need to quit your fucking bitching and figure a way out. You know what? I'd have done been 10 steps ahead of this. I'd have been figuring something out. Or I'd be working along with drawing my food stamps. You know?
February, March, none. And like I said, it's all automated, so there's no need for humans, because, I'm sure that'll be it. Well, there's no humans working, because of the government shutdown. It doesn't use humans. The only time you need a human is if you go to reapply. That's it. That's it. Everything else is automated. There is no reason we should not get our food stamps in November. But if we don't get our food stamps in November, then we sue. We sue the government into the ground. Because the money is there.
Deviate!
I can't stress it enough. The money is there. Money just doesn't magically disappear, folks. It don't. And trust me, money just...
Soldiers aren't being paid. Air cat traffic controllers aren't being paid. And you're worried about your worthless ass getting your little food stamps so that you could feed your fat ass. Why don't you beg some more?
Doesn't magically disappear unless there's a Rothschild involved or a Rockefeller or somebody of that ilk. Then money disappears. JP Morgan, then money disappears because they want to put it in their pocket. That's why. But I assure you, the money is there to cover them food stamps for November, December, January, February. The Pentagon alone, folks, wastes trillions of dollars every year. Trillions, with a T, as in Tom. Okay? But they can't cover the food stamps? Bullshit. 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 I need one of them buttons. Bullshit. Where you press the button and it says bullshit. I need one of them. Bullshit. Because that's what it is. It's none but
I had one, got annoyed with it after about a month and a half, gave it away.
bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Okay? The money is there. So if they don't give us our food stamps, then we have every right to petition the government for redress of grievances. Right? Absolutely. Alrighty, just wanted to address the food stamp thing because it's really panicking out there, man. There's articles being written how the states will have to fund the food stamp program and all this crazy bullshit. And it's like, what the fuck? No, the money's there. There's tons of money there. Tons of money.
Yeah, and who do you think takes care of those automated systems? Make sure that the money gets deposited into the accounts, this, that, the other, and everything else. I don't even pretend to know the system. Vaughn, you need people. And without people, the system's shut down. You can't move money without people. You're so stupid. And if you're not getting paid, our soldiers aren't getting paid, our air traffic controllers aren't getting paid, and a lot of people aren't getting paid. You really need to sit your ass down and shut the hell up. Plus, there's a lot of needy families that aren't getting paid either. Needy families that need it and that deserve it. And I feel sorry for.
No reason to force states to pay for the food stamp program. The money's there, and the food stamp program is all automated, so it doesn't require humans. So what the fuck is all this hullabaloo about?
If I had no income and I try to get food stamps, they would tell me to go get a job. You can work. They've done it before. They'd rather give it to this worthless piece of shit that's never worked a day in his fucking life. Or give it to Shanny or give it to Rev.
Well, that's a good question. I guess to just make you scared shitless. That's the only thing I can come up with. And if they do shut down the food stamps, then all we got to do is redress the grievances of the federal government. Say, hey, turn them back on. Turn them back on, dude. It shouldn't be shut down. Because they shouldn't be. Anyway, I just thought I'd address that issue because just because Chucky Schumer and the Democrats shut down the government doesn't mean there isn't money there to cover the food stamps. Okay? Where the fuck did people get that idea from? That's insane. That's crazy. Anyways, that's enough. So goodbye.
Useless. Just fucking useless, man. Bitching over food stamps. Cryptic emails.
Alrighty. I keep getting these emails from reputable sources, mind you. It's not from a... Hi, Sharpie.
I feel bad for that dog. That dog is cooped up in that car, and probably the only time that dog sees any time walking time is when that thing's got to piss or shit.
Reputable sources, not conspiracy websites or anything. These are from reputable sources. My ears smelled good. Anyway, I keep getting these emails, and they're becoming more intensive. Tap tap tap. What are you tapping me for, Bubby? And I think he just wants to photobomb me. I think get out of here, you little brat. What are you doing? What do you want? What do you want? You had a big piece of chicken this morning. I don't want to hear it. Dog eats better than I do. Anyway, like I said, I get these emails from reputable sources, not from conspiracy websites or anything. They're from reputable sources, saying that there is someone out there that I've dated in the past that is still holding a torch for me. They're still interested in me. After all these years and all the shit that I've been through, they're still interested in me. Now, we know that's not Andrea. She's with Darren. And Pamela Sue is persona non grata, and plus she's almost 70 years old and probably doesn't give a shit. And in addition to that, she was brainwashed into divorcing me by her own family any damn way. So, that rules Pamela Sue out. So this is obviously somebody that I've dated in the past. And, I've dated a lot of people and don't even remember half the ones I dated because, it was only maybe 1 or 2 dates and that was the end of it. But whoever this individual is that is still holding a flame for me, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my email. And if you exist and you see this video, please contact me. Now, obviously, this is 2025. You're going to have to come up on camera and verify who you are. Because I've got too many haters, too many trolls that would love to seize this opportunity to try to pwn me.
Yeah, and they've pwned him so many times. So many fucking times. So many times.
Air quotes again. So just, you're going to have to come up on Doc. But whoever you are, and obviously this, like I said, this is somebody that I must have dated years and years ago. And they're still holding a torch for me for whatever reason. And if that's the case, great.
Who would be carrying a torch for this son of a bitch? Who? Who is this person? Who is this swamp beast? This ought to be good.
Just hook up with me. Here's my email. It's vonhelton, VONHELTON, at hotmail.com. And just give me a email, shoot me an email, and we'll see how things go, whoever you are. But yeah, I'm getting a ton of these emails now. It's becoming almost redundant. I'm getting so many emails in this regard. So hey, let's go with it. Let's see what happens, if anything.
Define redundant.
And it may be nothing, but just on the off chance it is, if there is somebody out there that's interested in me, have you got a place for me and Sharpie? Because me and Sharpie need a place to go to. So if you got a place for me and Sharpie, that would be very, very good. It would be very advantageous, because then we'd have a place to go, and instead of
putting a bite on whoever it is that's showing him interest. No. Just no. 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 No.
trekking across the harsh desert and taking our chances out there. So, whoever you are, I remember there was this one girl in school that I was interested in, but she was a troll. Her name was Angie, and that's all the way back from elementary school. So that was many, many, many years ago. I don't think it's her though, because she was trolling me anyway.
Trolling.
She was just trolling me. She wasn't really interested in me. But in any event, whoever this mysterious person may be, you now have my email, but be advised you must dock up. I want to see your face, hear your voice, know that you are who you say you are, whoever that person may be. But I don't think it's Pamela Sue or Andrea, because they're pretty much done. So it's obviously somebody that I've dated a long time ago. Maybe one or two dates, and it never really went anywhere. Maybe that's it. That's the only thing I can come up with. But anyway, if you do exist and you are legit and you see this video, hit me up. And hopefully you got a place for me and Sharpie to stay so we don't have to freeze to death in our car. That would be extra nice.
Yeah, you know, let's have you buy me dinner and give me and Sharpie a place to stay. Never mind that my dog shits all over the house. Hope you don't mind dog shit.
Anyways, that's it for me. Bye.
Fucking dickhead. God. The nerve. The nerve. He has got some nerve. Here we go. Fun FAQs.
Why is Vaughn
Good God, he's got shit in his beard. His fucking armpit with eyes gets on my damn nerves. He does. He looks like an armpit with eyes.
being the way he is? That's a good question. That's an excellent question. Why is Vaughn being the way he is? Hmm, That's a $1 million question. I would
He's eating with it. He's chewing with his mouth open and talking with his mouth full of food. I wouldn't even do that if I was eating Halloween candy here. I wouldn't even do that if I was eating Halloween candy. Which that reminds me, there's going to be a special Halloween Bad After Dark at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be a costume party. I'm going to be wearing a costume. And it's going to be live, loud, and raunchy. So be there or be square. And then the day after is my birthday. It's going to be a members only birthday special. So you don't want to miss that. It is going to be my 58th birthday, 2 years from 60. Yikes. But hey, I'm old, but I mean well. Be sure to show up with lots and lots of presents. It's at 8 p.m. on November 1st. Um, and be there, or I'll put pictures of Nick Bravo naked in your inbox.
wish I knew. I wish I knew. If Vaughn was just acting courteous, if Vaughn was kind and considerate, I'd be more than willing to help him. I'd be more than willing to help Vaughn, and I have helped Vaughn. I probably helped Vaughn more than anybody has ever helped Vaughn in the history of helping Vaughn. Baruch Hashem. Huh? What? Or what?
Hey Corey, how you doing,
Huh?
lovely?
New? New? Haven't I helped Vaughn more than anybody else? Isn't that true? Isn't that true? What about the NDAs he was released? Now, apparently, he works for the government, and he wasn't allowed to say or mention a certain amount of things because of the NDAs he signed. I can't confirm or deny anything. I can't speak about what I know, what I don't know. Vaughn,
Hey, no one really matters
maybe,
but Cat.
may not, may have. Who knows? What?
who, what, where, when, and why, and how, and all those wonderful people.
Hey, don't even. Stay off the fish tank. This one here. Ah! You're too young to smoke doobies. She grabbed a hold of a doobie by her mouth and pulled it out. Oh well, I'll find it eventually.
Beautiful things. It's something we can't speak about. I'm sorry, sir. I am sorry. I am sorry. It's weird how that government job he offered the McDonald's fell through. Yeah, I don't know how that I don't know how it's possible. Well, I have a job lined up for him if he's willing to come back to Jersey. I have a job that pays $25 an hour, full time. You could do a part time or full time. $25 an hour, full time is $50,000 a year. Is that 50,000 a year? I don't know. It's would be less than 50,000 actually. I think maybe when I think about it, or just on the cusp of 50,000. The $1 million question is why is Vaughn being the way he is? I love Vaun. I sent him the link. I
Hey
sent Vaughn the
Hatfield, how
link. Let
you
me see
doing,
if
my
I send it
brother?
to him again. Should I send Vaughn the link again? Should I send Vaughn the link again, guys? Or someone else send Vaughn the link. Turkey and Swiss kosher. Mmm, kosher. Good heck sure.
Yeah, sit there and eat with your damn mouth open, you filthy fucking animal. Weren't you given any house training as a kid? Tell you what, you wouldn't have survived in our fucking house. You wouldn't have. Because I tell you what, about the time you pulled any brat shit in our house, oh boy. Oh, it would not bode well for you. It would not bode well for you. Where is that silly kitty? Now that you sufficiently trashed the place. Yeah.
Can someone please get a hold of Vaughn? Mmm, good. I haven't had turkey and Swiss in a while. My feet are killing me. I said, I need something to recharge. I was put through the ringer. Let's just say God stomped a mud hole in me and walked it dry. And Baruch Hashem. And all serious, all joking aside, I'm having a little fun here but all joking aside, glory goes to God. And it's time for retrospection. It's time to contemplate. When we just had Rosh Hashanah, we had Rosh Hashanah, we had Yom Kippur, we had Sukkot, the high holidays. It was a time for looking back and seeing how my life was for the year. I had a year this time last year. I was I was swatted, and I
No,
spent
you
two
weren't.
weeks in the slammer, and I couldn't make bail because the bill was too fucking high, and I don't have money.
You weren't swatted. You had a gun in the car. You had a gun in the car, and they sent for backup. How were you fucking swatted? There was no SWAT team.
But again, grace of God, everything is
You
due.
were threatening to kill yourself. You were driving drunk. Dude.
To God. It's like I don't know what it is, but God cares about me, and I'm fucking up, and somehow it's like I'm about to be flushed on the toilet, but yet God reaches down and pulls me out from the turd hole, and like Shawshank the Redemption, he crawled through a mile of shit to come out clean the other side, and it's like I don't. I want to be happy.
Hey, M dearest.
I had chest pains, profusely sweating, nausea, nosebleed, all the symptoms of a you know what.
Well, then you need to get your ass to a damn doctor. As much as I don't like you, I don't want to see anything happen to you. Get to a damn doctor, you dipshit. All right, you little troublemaker. I pushed it in there, so now you can't get into it. I closed it. Will you ever calm the hell down? All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, are you up there?
And I said I gotta go. I gotta leave. I'm not feeling well. I went to the car. I got in my car. I put my seat back, and I just went to sleep. And I really thought, like, today's the day, and I made peace with it. I was like,
That-
God, if I gotta sing Hallelujah with the Malachim and Shemayim, Baruch Hashem, it's your will, right? I'm ready to go. But 2 days, I gotta say, I literally didn't eat or drink. I fasted. I was incapacitated. I guess maybe I fucked. Maybe I could. Who knows? Maybe Vaughn's right. The CERN machine. They put the CERN. Maybe I did die. Maybe Baruch Hashem, I did die. But they fucking put the CERN machine on, and I came back, and I woke up 2 days later. I was alive, and I'm running myself ragged.
she is wild.
You know what I mean?
She's wild as
Why?
hell.
Why am I running my?
She she's just all over. And I don't know what, it's just she's climbing on me, she's climbing on the desk, she's climbing on everything. We got tires for you to climb. There's like two of them. Why don't you climb those? You are such a crazy kitty.
Myself ragged left for. For who? For what? You know?
You know what, J Dubs? I'm gonna suspend the burn unit for a minute and give you a nickel's worth of free advice. Happiness is from within. You're only gonna be able to make yourself happy first. You gotta find a measure of happiness, be it in this life or the next, or be it in this. You have to in this life, or this life is going to be miserable. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. Happiness isn't quick, happiness isn't easy, but it's right there at your fingertips. You just got to get sober so you can think clearly. and decide what you want to do in life.
I'm a bad person.
Yeah, you are.
At least in my mind, I think so. But I think if somebody was to
Ah,
look
my
at my
earring.
life, say God's perspective, I was like, I don't think he's such a bad guy. But what is it? What a favor did I commit? What het? What a favor? What did I do that was so bad that I'm stuck in this path in life? I don't want it anymore. I I fucked my life over. I fucked my life up. I threw my life away. I threw my life away. I was happy. Maybe I wasn't in the best marriage, but Frizana wasn't that bad to me. I was unhappy about coming to Jersey. I hate this place. I hate this place more than you can fucking imagine. Fucking Jersey is a fucking shithole. Absolute fucking shithole. Best thing it could fucking happen if it falls into the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, it's better you're realizing it now before you get much older like Vaughn. At least you work and try to take care of yourself and take care of your needs. Vaughn doesn't even try. Eh, I'm going to suspend hope on this one because I don't think there's any hope for him. He has these brief moments of clarity, then he goes right back to being a dickweed.
And then I met Salamantu, and I was like, oh, maybe God, God leads us to our destination. God takes us where we need to be. And she said all those sweet things to me. Oh, all right, here's my bishara. Maybe God led me here. We all need to go places. We all need to get somewhere. I I don't know what was. But if I knew what Salamanca would do to me, lie to me about being married, she's mad at me that I didn't necessarily tell her, but she sure as shit didn't tell me. Nor was she ever. She got bad towards the end, like the last month of us talking together. She got very hateful towards me.
Well, that's because you had gotten down to the end of your usefulness for her. You got down to the end of your usefulness. You see the fish? She wants them fish. You're not going to get them, though. Gotcha. You are just wilding out right now. Did you just get up from a nap? Good granny.
And I never did anything to her. I've only shown her love and kindness. And I still do love her.
Oh, it's
I can't shake it. Yeah.
Look, son, you could sit here and feel sorry for yourself all night long, or you can choose to do something about your plight. You can choose to do something about it anytime you want. You just won't. You like the misery, apparently.
My sweet mango.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
Anyway.
We might be taking a look at that in another video. I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
I hope Bud's doing okay. I hope the puppy dog's doing all well. Is doing okay.
Well, it's on you if he
I hope the
starves.
puppy dog's doing okay. I really do. The puppy dog didn't do nothing to nobody. It really didn't. The puppy dog never did anything to nobody. The dog.
Yeah, and that poor dog's got to pay for his bad choices right along with him. What's it about these lolcows and wanting to take people with them? Ah, cat, no. Now you're getting down. You can get mad all you want. You can, and let me wind this back a little bit. I got sidetracked.
Do. The puppy dog didn't do nothing to nobody.
Nope, that dog didn't do shit to nobody. That dog did not ask to be brought in the middle of this situation. That dog was doing perfectly fine where it was at, and that dog had to be scooped up by this insane son of a bitch. And and if this dog dies, it's on you.
It really didn't. The puppy dog never did anything to nobody. The dog. I was afraid Brian and Charity would have ate that dog. they're they're sick people, Brian.
You know something? I'm going to tell you right now. Um, I would not trust Vaughn with a pet rock. I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust Vaughn with a pet rock.
Charity. You people are fucking trash. People are trash, man. Every fucking one of you. Every fucking one of you trash. What you do to people to hurt them. Destroying people's lives. You're trash, man. Trash.
How did I destroy his life? I just came onto the scene not but a couple years ago. And I didn't really start covering him until he started getting interesting. So I had no hand in it. And the people that you're accusing had no hand in it. Vaughn ruined his own life, and the sooner that both of you collectively face up to that fact, the better off you be, because you're in denial and he is in denial. Not just a river in Egypt.
Human fucking trash. The best thing for the world. I don't know why God created you, but it would have been better if you were a brown stain on the mattress. Baruch Hashem. If I was God, you would be put on trains to a goddamn camp and exterminated.
Really. Really. I wouldn't wish such a fate on you. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of hoping you get help before you do something crazy.
But in Minecraft, okay? But unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it, from whatever perspective you want to have, we don't live in the world where I'm God. Because things would be different if I was God in Minecraft. Minecraft. We gotta say Minecraft. Unalived. TikTok talk. YouTube speak. Because we can't talk the way we want to talk and say the things we want to say. I'm probably one of the nicest people you meet, but for me to say something like this,
Shit. You can't be a nice person.
it really it shows, it speaks volumes about who you are. Man, you know what? I'm gonna cut off this YouTube programming. I'm gonna take a nap. Maybe someone wake me up for a ride or whatever the case may be. But before I go to bed, I'm gonna cut this off. I want to send Vaughn. I'm gonna send Vaughn $50.
You're going to send that son of a bitch money. Yeah, well, I knew you would.
Make sure he's okay. Because that's the good person that I am.
No, that's the dopey person that you are.
I just got paid anyway. I have the $50. I don't have a car payment this week, but it's okay. Even if I did, I'll send Vaughn $50. Maybe I'll send Vaughn $100. I don't know. I'll see how I feel when I turn this off. But I know that I sleep well at night, and I'm not a bad person. It's like King David, he King David lived the perfect life. He was a righteous man, but he always said, "Woe was me, all the errors that I commit. I'm a sinner." He wasn't a sinner, but that's how you feel in your perspective and your vision. That's how people see themselves. They say, "Oh, I do this, I'm doing that," but
We are all sinners. We are all sinners. And you know something? Go ahead, send him all your fucking money. It's what he wants anyway. He doesn't give a shit about you. You think he's going to check and see if you've got anything to fucking eat? Think he's going to care?
All right, little fun fact for you. If the government wants to make a highway and my house is in the way, they have to compensate me for my house. That's the law. It's not my.
And we've seen this part. Well, I think this is about all I've got for now. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me. You guys rock. I don't care if you're here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.